Hello everyone, my name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. I'm going to be playing some more of Solarpunk today, which I didn't realize last time, there's actually a bit of character creation. It just doesn't really tell you until you're already, or it doesn't really tell you. You have to figure it out by going through the menu. And I'm guessing that's mostly for the multiplayer stuff. But yeah. So I figured we'd start off by setting our character up a little bit. There's not a lot to do, but... And I don't think we're actually going to see our character at any point. But we'll know. We'll know they look relatively snazzy. Probably go with this, like, mint green hair looking stuff. And keep the little pompadour type thing. And now we have a purple shirt as well, which fits our character, fits our MO, modus operandi. I don't know if that counts for being a streamer, but it's close enough. Anyway, so let's see. Got our cotton we can real quick pick up and replant. Some berries. Wonderful. Especially considering it looks like we're left off as being pretty hungry. So what is there currently? We need glass. For glass materials, that's going to be pretty easy, I think. Got home decor stuff to unlock. Farming and animals we can finally get. Or no, that's decorations. Maybe that'll work? But that requires wheat, so we need to find wheat somewhere. And wood for bookshelves and dressers, which is more house stuff. So maybe we should expand our house a little bit. Or maybe not necessarily expand. We can keep this little guy as like our camp out spot. Then maybe start building a bigger house up there. That could be pretty cool. Oh, right. I was going, if I remember correctly, I was going to make a dock for the, for one of the other islands. The copper one, I think? Which requires a lot of iron. 20 iron. Which is not too bad. So let's go gather some iron for that. Also gives us a chance to see how good our iron tools are. So far it's looking like we might get maybe 3 or 4 times the use, based on how much iron we're getting. Definitely not going to get to 20. So it's probably worth making another iron pick before we focus on making the supplies for the docking station. Oh, let's refill our watering can on the way. I did forget that I need to water these guys. Wonderful. Oh good, we've got some iron already. Not much to smelt it with though. But we've got some honeycomb, which if I remember correctly we had that like honey brick thing, which was supposed to be good for fuel. Where is that? Wax briquette. Requires cloth. So we need some cotton for that too. Of course, I'm not sure exactly how good this is going to be. And we don't want to waste it. They weren't kidding, that's very effective. Okay, so we need to use our crafting table to make metal stuff, it seems. Oh. Hi Cal, thanks for the lurk. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So for now, let's put away the rest of the wax. Because that is very effective. That's going to be useful. Hi Wolfie, welcome in. Thanks for the lurk. So that should definitely get us to the 20 that we were after. And in the meantime, we're going to need more cloth for that docking station. I don't know that the candles are going to provide anything that a fire pit won't, so we're not going to waste beeswax on that. At least not until we have a little more infrastructure. I do want to get some of these map markers, because obviously I don't know, but I feel like they're going to show up on our map, and it would be nice to have like a little hey, here's where I found copper, hey, here's where there's iron, etc. That being said, what was it? It was iron, sticks, cloth? Wood, iron, sticks, cloth. So that's, again, using the cloth, which I need for other things, and is very slow to grow. Probably would get more from exploring. Probably shouldn't have spent all of them on the wax briquettes either. It doesn't seem to be going too badly, though. So let's see, for a map marker, I just need 1 stick. Easy enough. Oh, it does. It says it will be displayed on the map. Fair enough. What do I call this place? Home seems obvious. This is where we've set up everything. For now, this can be home. And now, this is home. Home base. Okay, so a wax briquette does a full stack of iron. That's pretty good. I wonder if there's any benefits or downsides to sleeping. Like, yeah, it passes through the night, but I haven't noticed that there's any, like, sleepiness aspect or anything. Let's make another one of these for the copper island. And then let's focus on making the dock. So we need 10 more iron, 20 more wood, and 3 cloth. We need 3 more iron. And there's... I believe that should get us 3. I'm I'm actually not sure that'll get us 3, so let's put a stick in. If nothing else, the stick might get us that last one. And then we'll have a spare piece of iron. Oh. Oh, wait. I have a metal axe, don't I? I do. Wonderful. For a second, I thought I was going to have to find supplies to craft one. You know, that would actually be so inconvenient if I had to go chase that tree off the edge of the island. Let's see, what's left? Should be the iron and the cloth. Which I can make one cloth. And that's about it until more of these guys over here grow. Yeah, I probably should have saved some of the cloth from the wax briquettes. But it's fine. Just need to not forget that they exist and then proceed to use all my wood burning stuff up in furnaces. Can only sleep at night. It is a shame you can't just pass time while waiting for crops to grow. I guess I could work on my research stuff. Can make some sand. Got, that's 32, that's 31. I should be able to spare a couple pieces of wood. That should work towards the glass materials. That was 6 sand, so that's 6 glass. I can do this right now. I don't have wheat yet. I'm trying to collect cloth, so I'm not going to do that one. And glass materials will be the last one then. Oh, we got one. 2 more, oh so close. But not quite there. And somehow we ended up with exactly 40 left. Amazing. Amazingly, despite using copper to unlock this next tier that I'm in, none of the things required copper. Don't think any crafting stuff I've got at the moment requires copper. Maybe the repair kit? Nope, that's iron. Yep, we put in so much effort to get copper and it's just not part of any recipes yet. There we go. We have a dock and we have our map marker. Now we just need to go for a quick flight. Assuming I remember how to fly. So this should be the copper island right here. Yeah, because I see the crafting table there. Oh, shift, not control. My bad. We got it. Now, where do we want a docking station? Probably almost exactly where we docked, which is unfortunate. That'll work. Let's just get actually in the docking station now. That is much easier to dock in. Gives you a ton of space to work with instead of having to hope that you're pretty near the ground. Here we go. This is the Copper Island. Well, not enough letters apparently, so it'll be the Copper Isle. Oh, I see cotton. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that I missed this last time. It was... Oh, watermelons. So it was dark. It was hard to see things. So we got watermelons, we got copper, we got cotton, and there's some berries up here. Is there anything else we might want to have here? Maybe a quick chest. No, I don't think so. Not yet, at least. We might come back to it. But for now, I think a docking station, a sign, and a crafting table are all that are really needed right here. Slow down a little bit. And lower. And dock. Starting to get the hang of this. Reckon we're probably gonna need a sprinkler or something pretty soon. I've barely done much of anything and I'm already like a watering can does not fit the whole of my gardening needs. And then I got berry seeds and I got watermelon seeds. I'm more interested in the watermelon seeds, to be perfectly honest. Let's keep them over here by the berries because they're still food. I got 5 of them, so... Oh, it broke. I guess that's a good excuse to make a metal one. Right after we take a nap. just realized something. There we go. That's back to normal. I was messing with my OBS settings earlier. Didn't realize how much I moved around. Oh, wait, no, that's gonna mess with something else, isn't it? Yeah, no, that works. That's fine. We'll mess with that later. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a hoe, which requires one more piece of iron, which I unfortunately do not seem to have. Good thing I decided to set up camp right next to this massive iron mine. Beautiful. And now we can craft, or not craft, place? Yeah, place is a better word for it. Yeah, we're gonna put the berry out this way. One more spot for a berry and one more spot for melons. Now, if I remember correctly, our flying sky merchant guy wanted melons. Hopefully we have enough for whatever he wants. Very nice of him to have a barter system. Hello again, sir. He wants 4 melons. Oh, that's how you get the sprinklers. Yes, that makes sense. So 1 more melon, and we get sprinklers. And then there's this thing, which requires a blueprint I haven't found yet. I haven't tested what happens if I fall off the edge of the world. I kind of want to. But also I don't want to lose things. Oh, I get the feeling I might not be able to... Okay. So that circle on the map denotes where I actually can go at the moment. Like, I physically cannot leave this circle, it seems. Interesting. Reckon that has to do with maybe needing to upgrade my airship? I don't think I've been up on that area, especially since there's still caution up there. Too tilted to dock. I sure seem to have docked somehow. Oh, there's sugar. And there's more iron up here. So I guess I'll take that. So that's literally just a thing of I never bothered to build a staircase. I don't know what to say about the cotton there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get our airship out of here. Can't believe there was just cotton sitting up there the whole time. The whole time I was trying to get more cotton. What a betrayal of this player versus environment game. That the environment would be against me. Just can't believe it. Too thirsty to sprint. Well, that's concerning. I do indeed seem to have been neglecting my basic survival needs. I also seem to have forgotten there was a tree sapling in my inventory. Here we go. Yeah, we definitely need that sprinkler system. Farming takes a lot. I am tempted to eat one of the watermelons just to see how good it is for food. It's gotta be better than the berries, you would think. The big question there is, will it grow better than the berries? Or as good, at least. Well, we can do the home decor one now, since we're not holding on to the cloth for any particular reason. But it's wheat that's going to be hard to find now. Something tells me these aren't wheat. I can't seem to harvest them. And if my map only goes to these 3 places, then I have to get the wheat from one of them, or I have to find some way to expand my map. I've been pretty much all over this island. This one I just got to explore. And I got the watermelons. This guy, I get the sprinkler system from him. Maybe that'll have something towards wheat? I like that little image of him. He's cute. But yeah, he seems to be, like, farming type stuff. So I'm guessing it'll probably come from him in some capacity. Nighttime, time to eat. Gotta get a good night's rest. Because I don't have seeds. Maybe my survival guide says something. I'm not sure my survival guide is helpful in this situation. I think the survival guide is more of a, hey, if you forgot this game mechanic, here's how you figure it out, than a, hey, here's a tip for if you don't know where to find wheat. Still, that is a clever way to say, hey, if you forgot this game mechanic, here's how it works. Without having, like, immersion break. So it does kind of make sense that you could have a survival guide in a game like this. It very much feels like there's still some human element to this world, even though it's been somewhat abandoned by humans. So just finding a survival guide lying around, that makes sense. I mean, we didn't find it lying around, we made it, but still. It's kind of like a journal of, hey, I found this and it does this. So if later we forget how to do something, we can look at it and say, oh, I figured out that that does this. And it makes sense within the game. It is pretty clever. I mean, it still says stuff like, where was it? The like build menu stuff and where was it? I don't think I've run into any cable connectors. That's interesting. Import key items such as crashed airship components can be found in your inventory under show key items. Trees don't need to be watered. That's actually a really useful tip, because I remember in Stardew Valley I never actually learned whether trees need watered or not, so I would always water the trees anyway. It is very nice to know that the trees do not necessarily need to be watered. Anyway, we have enough watermelon now. We can go get a sprinkler system. I will say, as difficult as it is to figure out sometimes, I do quite love flying in this game. Hello, I would like a sprinkler system, please. You receive in my inventory a sprinkler, a generator, a network display, and cable connectors. Oh, I thought it was going to be blueprints for them. Instead, I just have the items. That's amazing. Now what do you have? Cotton for the blueprint. You are my favorite little person. Little robot thing. You're not technically a person, are you? You're just a merchant robot. But you are still my favorite. It's raining. That's going to be wonderful for my crops. It's a good thing I put down those map markers, because I cannot see the islands. Oh, I reckon this is actually kind of bad for flying in. Probably dangerous. But we made it. Okay, so I probably want this, like, in the middle-ish. So I think technically the middle is going to be this guy. I'm aware you collide with an object, because that'll hit some berries, some cotton, and some watermelon. I think that makes sense. Generator generates energy. Network display shows information. Cable for connecting devices. Okay. So here's a question. If I demolish specifically this one, will I get the seeds back? I did get the seeds back, so I am happy with that decision. Let's also get these berry seeds replanted. And yeah, since the cotton expands over this way, I'm going to go ahead and give the berries one more slot here. Okay, so then I need the network display, which I want to have, I think here is actually pretty good, because that's near my work stuff and relatively near everything else. And then we want the generator probably pretty close to everything too. And that is going to need fuel, I reckon. Yep. So that's where the briquettes are really going to come in. Amazing. So now we have a spot here. where I can connect to other stuff over here if I, like over here if I need it. We've got the sprinkler set up and I can run cables off of that if I want to set up more sprinklers over here, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing mostly with this. I'm not going to waste fuel right now because it's raining, but... Oh, yes, we plant. But then those 3, 6, 8. 8 plots should have pretty good supply of water. Did I get blueprints for those things too? That's a question. Probably not. He probably just sold me the stuff. Yeah. That's alright. I like the little dude. Right. So we still need wheat. We still don't know where that is. And he wants cotton now. Do I have that much cotton? I do. Is it even safe to fly in this, though? It's probably not. And I don't have a marker on his... I won't be able to find it very well. I should make a marker for his island. Not that he's hard to identify, but in storms like this, it will be much easier to find him with a marker. Is that 1 iron, 1 more wood, and 1 stick? Oh, got some of the iron done already. Wonderful. And stick. May as well grab extra sticks just in case. Okay, so if I go ahead and give that one of the wax briquettes. That's 4 minutes of energy. I think I need more beehives. I think that's... Ah. I need 1 more of those cable things I forgot to connect to the network so I can monitor stuff. Wonderful. Now it's connected. Now how easy is this to just say... Nah, you can't really turn it off, can you? gonna spend 3 minutes generating energy, which is at 120. Sprinkler takes 40, so I can use 3 sprinklers, in theory. I need to start being a little strategic about how I lay this stuff out. So I can do another round over here once I get another sprinkler. And then I've already got... Oh, that's in the game. That's the bees. I thought there was an actual bug in my room. Goodness. Anyway. I'll probably just leave these melons manually watered. And then we can put another sprinkler over here for a set. That should be alright, I reckon. Speaking of bees, oh, I just got completely lost on what I was doing. Forgot we were going on a trip. Off to our favorite little mechanical dude. And amazingly, he seems to be open 24/7. Next is beeswax. So what's the blueprint? It was over here. So that's how I get more sprinklers and stuff. Amazing. Then there's solar panels, there's a weather station and switch. Ooh, solar panels actually sound delightful. Because then I don't need the generator necessarily. But there's probably something of like needing to switch to the generator if the weather's not going to be good. Interesting. I still don't know what... Because, like, I got an achievement about an Easter egg when I first came in here. And I still don't know what the Easter egg is. Could be the walkie-talkie thing, maybe? It's the only thing I can think of. Dude's got his own little mysteries. Still not entirely sure how it's going to get to the point of growing wheat without going to another island, though. Because I am starting to think that the next tier is going to have something to do with going to another island. Like at certain tiers, you somehow get an upgrade to your ship or something that lets you go through that wind. Hard to say, but unlocking it requires wheat, so gotta be somewhere. Eh? Oh. Oh, so that's a thunderstorm. That's a lot brighter than I expected. I don't suppose I can... Nope. I cannot sleep through that. It seems to be the end of said thunderstorm, though, so, amazing. Very convenient for me. How much honey did you want? 20? 20. I have 14. Well, at least I can eat the watermelon now. I'm not sure the watermelon is necessarily better than the berries, which is interesting. And mildly disappointing. But now that I know how much honey I'm going to need, I think I do want to start building more beehives, which mostly is going to mean more sticks, it looks like. It is going to mean more wood as well, but, you know. Can get the sticks from the wood. Honestly, that island does not seem that far off compared to the others. The fact that I can't reach it is kind of sad. Watch out below. As if anyone was down there. Ah, the beauty of isolation. I like my maple tree. I'm not cutting it down. Ironically, I think the berries might do more for food than the watermelons do. Which would be kind of unfortunate. Let's go ahead and give these guys their farmland that I've not put them on pretty much this entire time, which is weird that I've just kind of been holding on to a berry seed when it's food. I think the ones around the sprinkler are good at the moment. We'll leave that alone. For the moment. Oh. Of course, as I said that, it decided to start unwatering itself. I'm gonna have so much honey. Well, no, I'm not gonna have honey. I'm gonna have beeswax because I can't seem to get honey out of them. I actually have eaten beeswax before. It is quite delightful. It's very rich, though. It's very hard to actually eat much of it. I might need to rearrange things once I get more sprinklers, though. What does it take to make a sprinkler? I should have that now, right? Did I unlock it? Thought it did. Eh. Is it a build thing? It's not a build thing. I am so confused. I guess we're out of energy. Just have to leave it for a bit. Not that I couldn't make more wax briquettes at the moment. But I do want to go back to the island and unlock that, the next blueprint. Because I want to know what the heck is going on with that. Just a little confused as to why I cannot seem to craft. That particular thing that I have apparently unlocked. I mean, I could just go over there. The bees will be ready by the time I get back. But this plot of land needs watered. And besides, they're almost there. Almost there. Oh, I could go get that cotton that's up here. I don't remember where exactly up here, but it was up here. I think it was like all the way-ish. Sugar! Where's sugar? I heard a sugar. I have not seen sugar in a minute. Oh, there's sugar. Hiya, sugar. Yeah, I gotta unlock the Animal Basics pack. Cannot just be friends with sugar. I think this might be more of a half stair thing. No, it was a full stair. That's a terrible place to want to cross. No reason not to, though. None that I can think of, at least. Oh. I almost walked off the edge there, because I didn't have the building materials. Sugar, you should really come home. We haven't seen you all episode. And she said that's none of her problem. Been too busy watering plants and talking to the weird mechanical man to notice she was gone. So it's none of her problem that my viewer's favorite character wasn't in the video. Wait, was that in the sprinkler range? No, it was not. Okay, so then we've got another cotton, so that's going to go here. So then if we get a sprinkler, it can go in the middle of that section. There's the beeswax for the man. Let's real quick sleep through the night, and then we can go see him. And water our plants. Oh, the airship upgrade is one of his upgrades. So that's how we're going to get up there. I very much assumed that was a farming thing. I didn't realize that was an airship upgrade. Bright and early in the morning with the sun shining in our eyes. The safest way to fly. Honestly, though, it was very enterprising of him to realize, oh hey, there's a human life somewhere on that island. I'm just gonna anchor within range of it. Unlocks the energy workbench. You can craft it in the wooden... Oh, okay, so I need to figure out how to craft the energy workbench, and then I can craft all that stuff. Gotcha. And then I need another watermelon. Gonna go with the solar panel. So we have a little more reliable energy. I mean, yeah, it's not always going to be sunny, but when it's not sunny, it's either rainy or I'm going to be asleep. So, you know. Okay, so there should be an energy crafting table. Energy work table? There. I need iron, copper, wood, and glass. Iron, copper, wood, and glass. So I definitely need to go cut down some trees. I need 3 more iron, 5 more copper, 4 wood, 1 more glass. Do I have sand sitting around? I don't. Let's put the iron in. That's not going to do any good without something to melt it. I need... Yeah, sure. Use up the sticks. That away. The copper I should have enough. I just need, again, to melt it. And then it's the sand I need. Which is actually kind of hard to do because you just kind of get sand from the rocks that you're hitting. Like that. Sometimes that's sand, sometimes that's clay. I think it's always the red ones. Conveniently, this is all sand today. I think that's enough of the iron. Wonderful. Farm's all tended to. Almost. And it's like half as much energy because I have a sprinkler. And we'll let that one burn out. So then we just need the copper and the glass now. Which we basically have the copper. And our one more glass, which probably burned our hands taking it out of there. But now we have the energy crafting table. We can put it right next to our furnace here. And there's all our stuff. Which now explains why we need copper, because that's what we use, what we craft stuff using you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so drills mine ore. That's awfully useful. I'm not sure where they store it, but sprinklers, water plants, and solar panels, which is kind of what I want to do next, I reckon. Sorry, solar panels need how much glass? They need 8. They need 8 of each, iron, glass, and copper. Very well. And then, what was it that he wanted? He wants watermelons now. I have the watermelons that he wants. Amazing. And I should have more than enough wax to make more wax briquettes for our generator. And for our furnace. Whatever needs it. That requires some cotton. Oh, I've already got some in my inventory. That's fine. It's fine. Indigo. Yeah, we'll put some cloth in here for the beeswax. Why not? Almost forgot I was working on something that needed the copper and the iron. So I've got 3 iron made. That's 6 copper ore, but I need 8. So we'll need to go take a trip while the iron is smelting. And I am going to need 1 more iron because that's only 7. We may as well go stop by Mr. Merchant Man while we're at it. Drop off those watermelons he wanted. think that was some sort of, like, dandelion seed? That was massive for a dandelion seed, though. That's kind of cool. Giant dandelion seeds. I wonder if he'll ever sell me that sunflower welcome mat rug thing. Probably not, but I would like it. Because look how cute it is. It's like all levels of sunflower. And I would like one. Now that is a lot of copper. But we will get there. We're going to mine a bunch of copper anyway, we may as well. Just get what he's at, what he wants. Silicone. Interesting. So I'm guessing that is also going to come from another island. Oh, that's running to a solar panel. But then it just stops here. Dude has wires running for aesthetic. Anyway, we need more copper. Yeah, I could have sworn that on the left there, that was like a dandelion seed. Way too big, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. It's the right shape. Maybe we should invest in a drill. Get a drill and set it up over here so there's just always copper when we get back. I do have stone. And I have stuff to make sticks if I need to. I mean, I need to get more iron anyway. I may as well just make an iron pick. See, this is why we have... Oh, I should have grabbed that stick. Let's not waste wood when we have sticks. Alright, I was saying this is why we have the crafting table on here. I do wonder if these massive ore things can be depleted, though. Like, it feels like that would be a very unfortunate thing for the game. But at the same time, it would kind of push you to explore more if you knew, oh hey, this iron deposit thing is depleted. I need to go find another one. That being said, again, you would potentially run into a soft lock there. If, say, you used up all the iron building, I don't even know, building 1,000,000 docks for every single island that you run across, and you didn't have the upgrade yet for whatever island you need to reach for the next iron deposit. Like, yeah, cool idea, but people will definitely soft lock themselves if you do it. The amazing world of game dev and trying to figure out every possible way that you can soft lock yourself. That's what beta testers are for, though. Like, deliberately trying to soft lock themselves in any way possible. And then you can try and fix it. Oh, I got a lot of copper, didn't I? Wonderful. You should probably grab a wax briquette for this one. That'll work for a solid minute or two. Nice warm glow. I like how much everything glows. It's one of the best parts about these sort of sci-fi-ish games, is how much everything glows. I do kind of wonder if they, like, tried to add an Aurora Borealis type thing. Mostly based on the fact that whenever it's night and I try to get into my ship, I keep getting those weird green flashes. Hard to say that it's exactly an Aurora Borealis that is trying to form. But that would have been cool. Just flying around and seeing, like, the sky light up. There was a stick right there the whole time. Amazing. I probably should have gotten a little more of the copper. Because now I still need to go back and get more for the unlock. How much am I at? That's 20 iron. It's way more than I need. That's fine. Got 16 copper ore. And he wants 32. And there's 16 smelting at the moment. Go ahead and store some of this for now. Hold on to that, because I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, we need the iron ore. What the heck? Was it sticks I didn't have to fix my pickaxe? Goodness. And grab the wax briquette. And once this is done, we'll go ahead, put the iron in, and then go get more copper. So our wax briquette does a little over a stack, which is interesting. I'm guessing most of the fuel they probably calculated for the generators and not necessarily this stuff. Of course, that is primarily based on the fact that it counts down in seconds. So I'm guessing they set everything to burn in a certain number of seconds to cover how long it works for the generator. And then went back and were like, yeah, it probably does the same amount in the furnace when you're smelting fuel and stuff. Or smelting copper and stuff. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a little more realistic. It's not going to be perfect. Just doesn't quite scratch the itch the same way. Woo! Now see, what's interesting is that time I was going nearly head-on to the docking station. And it still preferred docking with me leaving to the right. It's very interesting. Wonderful. That should be more than enough. I should almost definitely invest in the drill, though. It'll probably be a next time thing, but I'm starting to see the purpose of it. Almost missed that one. Go around and get the honey so we can make more briquettes. Ooh, and those are all dried out. Goodness. I can make briquettes already. Only 2, but that's enough to power up this guy. And need one more trip. Go ahead and have us a snack. Ooh. Yeah, we can move this. Nope, didn't need to move the sand. It went in our pickaxe slot. Okay. So we should have enough to make the solar panel. And we're going to need another one of the energy things for that. Not sure if that's necessarily where we want that to go, but it does tie into the system. Yeah. That's providing 100, so that should be enough to power the sprinkler during the day. So now what we need is to smelt more of the copper. Oh, we do need to remake our pickaxe, so we need some sticks. Now we can start putting stuff away again. Except we need to remake the... yeah. So we can put stuff away, but we also have to keep some stuff out. Ah. We're getting there. We are getting there. Let's make more briquettes. I don't know what else wax is going to be good for me, so I'm gonna leave that partially undone for a minute. Oh. Apparently they're too empty to harvest still. Amazing. A bunch of these guys seem to be ready though. And this guy needs water. Real quick, let's look at what we need for... Should we do the drill? It's iron and copper. We still need the copper. Sprinklers are also iron and copper, but they're cheaper. We might do a sprinkler after we go get the upgrade from the dude. Because we do need to put all of this stuff in to smelt. And now I've got cotton in 2 different places. That's not exactly right. I guess we'll store the cotton over here and then the processed version over there. Sand 2. Sand needs to go over there. And cloth. Because I'm definitely going to look for cloth in here. I think the rest is fine. So then we can do a lever, which interrupts an electrical connection. So that's probably in case, like, in case we have something we decide we want to turn off, I guess. So maybe we set up the drill and we decide, yeah, we don't always want the drill running. Could probably be a thing of, like, we set up a drill over at the iron. That drill's almost always running, but at night we only have the generator. Days we have the solar panel and the generator. So at night we turn off some stuff. Not entirely sure which one I'm gonna end up doing. That being said, I could just make multiple circuits. Not have to worry about overloading a circuit or something. Like, this could be entirely the farm circuit. And then I could have entirely the drill circuit over there. I'm not even sure I need a generator at this point, because I've got the solar power. I can always make another solar panel if I need to. I reckon the problem is going to be once I've got 2 more sprinklers, anytime the generator's not on, it'll probably shut down all of them, unless I specifically manipulate it. So if we get 1 more solar panel, that brings us up to 140. 2 more sprinklers is 120 out, so that's relatively balanced. So we'll probably want 1 more solar panel. What was I waiting? I was waiting on this guy. And then a wax briquette would be wasted, so we'll do that. And that should be enough fuel. Okay, so this is dark enough to shut off the solar panels then. It's not quite nighttime. Oh, it is nighttime. It'll let me sleep. Interesting. So we have a sleep. And this ends up and powering the sprinklers again. Even though this arguably feels a little darker than it was last night. If it works, it works. How many do you want? 32. So solar panels will make sure that during the daytime there's always water going. As far as I know, there's no harm from that. And we've got plenty of beeswax. So wax briquettes shouldn't be a problem. One more and we can go turn that in. Got him. I'll have to go see our little merchant guy. I was about to say, I haven't crashed this thing yet. That would have been an unfortunate jinx to put on myself while I was flying directly at our little guy's airship. And apparently they're expecting me to get silicone next. And eggs, which means we're pretty close to... Oh, right. Right. That's not what he gave me. which means we should be pretty close to being able to get the animal handling stuff for sugar. Visit a dock to upgrade your airship. That is the idea. That is very much what the plan was. But now that you mention it, maybe I shouldn't visit a dock. Maybe I should just land on some random cliffside. I will say I kind of wish you could, like, use the marker flags to name the docks. And then that H would change letters based on whatever you set the name to. Because it is a little confusing to have one labeled home and that has an H, and one labeled copper and that has an H. To be fair, I recognize what they look like, so it's not that difficult. I would probably be able to find my way anyway. But like when it was stormy and I literally couldn't see where I was going, and I was navigating entirely based on the markers that I had set down. In that sort of situation, it would probably be easier to have, you know, like a different marker for them all. Right, anyway, so, upgrade. Upgrade. And now we have 4, sort of 2, sort of 4, more islands we can go visit. But that'll have to wait for next time, because we are all out of time for today. So, thank you everyone for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed. As always, if you'd like to see any previous episodes of anything that I have played in the past of this game or any other games, you can find them on my YouTube channel at Roanoke VT. Or if you'd like to catch this or any other games I play live in the future, you can do so at twitch.tv/ShadowRoanokeVT. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.